another weekend road trip. This time an actual weekend road trip, over a weekend. Taking the Model 3 camping for the first time. Up to a typical place a lot of people would go from Sydney to have a weekend away, I guess, would be Barrington Tops. So yes, we're heading up to Barrington Tops, leaving Western Sydney. The car is literally packed to the rafters. Not that it has rafters, but yeah. So, the first destination is Raymond Terrace, or what do they call it? Heatherbrea Supercharger. We're going to top the car up to 80%. Then we're going to go to Karuah, to the Chargefox. What they call the hyperchargers now, or, yeah, the really, really fast ones. We're going to charge the car up to 100%, so it'll probably take a while. And from there on, it's 113 kilometres to the campsite, and the car will have to keep us and the fridge back here, and cameras and laptops and stuff running for 2 days before we can get back to the charger to head home. Okay, Raymond Terrace, plugged in the supercharger. We're going to charge up here to what, about 90% before heading on to the Karuah Chargefox charger. But yeah, if you're here, we've got there's a Caltech shop right across there. There's toilets, food, cafe, that sort of stuff. It looks like it's open 24 hours.
You've got pie shop, you've got Macca's, yeah. KFC, all the usual fast food crap you can eat while sitting in a charge station. So now off to Karuah. Finally here at Karuah. Chargefox charger, 350 kilowatt max apparently, but we're only charging at about 36 kilowatts because the car is already at a high state of charge. We're charging up to 100% here. Actually, a lot of memories in this place because when I was a kid, used to drive up to Hat Head from Sydney. It's about a 9-hour drive back then. We'd leave home at 2 o'clock in the morning. We'd get here to this roadhouse right here at this BP service station for breakfast. If you didn't like the food they had at breakfast here, it was too busy. You'd go across the road there for a breakfast at the fish and chip shop across the road. But here you've got the two Chargefox 350 kilowatt chargers. I've also got one Tritium 50 kilowatt charger too. I'm not sure if it's free or it's paid. It's marked as NRMA, but also Chargefox as well. So I'm assuming it will probably be a pay to use that one. The reason we're charging up to 100% here is because here we're heading to Barrington Tops. For now we're going to be out of phone range, out of EV charging range for at least 2 days. So we've got to get the car as full as possible to make sure we can get back to our nearest charger, which will be Nabiac, 90 k's from where we're staying. We're currently 110 k's away from our actual camping site, so we should get there with about 65% range. There'll be plenty of energy left to run the fridges and stuff during the weekend. But until then, we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. We arrived at the campsite about 11 PM, so we set up in the dark on a lot of rocks. And after a short night sleep on really rocky ground and some breakfast, it's time to go explore some bushwalking trails around this Gloucester River campground. It will take an hour.
There you go.
I want to see here.
Yeah, okay.
Smile. 2 kilometres, they said. Very steep, it said. 1 hour, 20 minutes, it said. Yes, very steep it is. Oh, barely walk. That was steep. Very, very steep. Yeah. And long. It was the worst bit. It was just fucking long. Anyway, flat ground, finally. We
recover some breath and get some speed back now. And we can see the main road now, so we're at least halfway through the trip. How you feeling after that?
Exhausted.
Exhausted, yes.
Sweaty.
Exhausted, sweaty, and now walk downhill back to camp. Sharps Creek walk. Don't go this direction, not the other way. Bizarre way you're going uphill. This way downhill, not so bad. Thanks for the dust. Good morning of day 2. Time to head back home. We're after Friday night, after leaving a Karuah charger. We got to about 11 o'clock at night, quite late actually. Because yeah, Friday was just a shit day. But yeah, 470 k's of range. Got here with about 320 k's of range. Car's been sitting there all weekend, hasn't moved. Running the car fridge. Obviously doors open and closed all day and all night. Getting stuff in and out. But now it has about 280 k's of range. 100 k's of range, 100 k's back to Karuah, so not road at all. Actually, I'm surprised how little range I've lost with the fridge running in the car all night and all day. It's pretty good. But our legs are playing for the walk yesterday. Now it's time to have some breakfast to get the car packed and head back to Heatherbrea. Hey, here we are. Raymond Terrace, Heatherbrea Supercharger. Recharging for free Supercharger credits. So yeah, what we learned on this 2-day weekend, long weekend camping trip in our EV. Well, we seriously overestimated the amount of energy the car would use overnight with phantom drain and running the fridge for 2 nights, 2 days. A lot less than we thought it would. So we arrived at the campsite with we topped up the 100%, 470 k's of range. There's about 120 k's to the campsite. So we got the campsite with over 300 k's of range. Woke up in the morning, we had like 260 k's of range left. Back here it's about another 150 kilometres. So yeah, we arrived here with over 100 kilometres of range. We probably could have made it down to the Central Coast Supercharger, the amount of range we got. But we smell bad and we need something to drink and a bit of a break. We've got sore butts and sore legs from hiking, as you saw. So now here at Heatherbrea Supercharger, charging up for free. Miles of range. Range is obviously not a concern, as we've found out. So if you've got something like a Hyundai Kona or even a shorter range Model 3 or Model S or Model X or even a probably a Hyundai Ioniq or even a Nissan Leaf, you'd probably make this trip with a bit of planning. But you might need to use a Karuah stop or the Nabiac charger, which is only 90 k's away from the camping site. But yeah, so obviously range anxiety wasn't a concern. Oh, obviously it was, we just had to plan it, but it turned out not to be a concern. So yeah, if you've got this far, thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you're looking to buy a Tesla for stuff like this, use a referral code, free Supercharger credits. 1,500 k's worth of free motoring. So use that referral code, take care of yourselves, drive safe, and be safe, and catch you next time. Bye. Things like Hyundai Konas and that sort of stuff can easily make this trip for the for a long range EG. Long range EG. Fuck, man.
That's the quote of the trip.
That turns out that's it. It's a fungus. Fuck.